Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. I welcome you all to my channel. And this video, I'm just going to discuss about my ADR scanner. So how to use it and how we can effectively use for an intraday and the logic which we have used in this particular scanner. It's based on the ADR and we created that in a charting. So how we effectively use it as an intraday. So that is what I mean. I think and some of my students were asking doubts, so that's why I'm making video. And you also, if you have any questions or doubt, also you can rectify here in this video. Just a moment. So if you have any questions, doubt, also you can comment on this comment box. And this is what a video which I'm making for a previous comments. So ADR is one of the indicator which is available in TradingView. So that calculates previous day's range and it plots the levels. So based on the level, we can find out a breakout trade. So for intraday, so we created a lot of scanners based on this, and this particular scanner, it not defaultly available in charting. So we created this as a customized indicator, and after that we are creating a code. Okay, so if you are searching for an ADR indicator, it was not available indirectly. Okay, so here there is a two levels which is both the sides. So here where you can see this is at a upper level, that is ADR higher level. So ADR high, and this is also in ADR high. So here we are using one is 10 period and another one is 5 period. So two levels which you are comparing, and higher level, same time we are looking for a high, it is about a low ADR 10 period and low ADR 5 period. So totally four indicators, means four calculations which we are using to plot this particular indicator. Okay, so higher one and lower one, and there is a thing which we have to understand. Sometimes ADR 10 would be greater than ADR 5. Sometimes ADR 5 would be greater than ADR 10. So it depends on the valuation. So here in this case, where you can look at this today, at this particular day, the ADR 5, which is greater than the ADR 10 high. So that can be also changed. But next day you can see ADR 10 is greater than the ADR 5. So while using our charting scanners and screeners, what we are exactly doing, so which one is higher? We are comparing with the custom indicator and we finally derive and we find out whether which is crossed above, crossed below. So that is what a normal functions in our charting. So we created this and finally we are finding for a trade opportunity. So one of the dashboards, so we have a lot of dashboards on for a ADR. So I'm going to discuss here the first dashboard which you have created is an ADR intraday. So what happened in this ADR intraday, we find out a lot of stocks. You can see first 15 minutes. So Sun Pharma and HDFC AMC, this is what happening last trading session. So let me go for a Sun Pharma. I'm just using a 15 minutes time frame. So here is the big candle. So I'm going to plan the breakout only about to the high, because if you are taking the first 15 minutes, majority of the time the candle size would be very big, and due to the gap up or due to gap down, the size of the candle would be very big. So to avoid that first big candle, so for example here it is works well. So if I'm just looking for a breakout about to the level, maybe if I'm keeping a stop loss below, it is giving me a 28 points. So I don't want to take that much of risk in the trade, almost 1.7. And if you are keeping a below to that ADR low, which one is either it may be a 10 or it may be a 5. In this case around a 9 points. If you are taken the breakout which is happening on fourth candle and it not breaken your stop loss and finally it moves up to 1.7%, that is okay. But I don't want to take such a big risk. Okay, so here the first one is a Sun Pharma and the second one is HDFC AMC. If the profitable trade, so we are not going to discuss. If it is a loss happen, so it may be a huge. To avoid that, we are simply ignoring the first candle. Here also there is a big candle after that breakout and it is giving you such a big move. So if I'm taken out the risk for the trade high to break and the low of that particular candle would be stop loss 1.7%, and it is also generating more than 2%, nearby 2% or more than 2%. But if it is works, that's okay. If it is fails, that will be making a big risk. Okay, to avoid that, so we have modified that scanner into the second setup. So the second setup, which is simply telling you the stock which is less than 1%. Okay, so here the second candle we have taken out only two stocks, but our previous in scanner you can see there is a four stocks. So what we are doing with that new dashboard, so we are filtering out these stocks. Okay, so only two stocks which came. This is what a second 15 minutes, and on the second new dashboard. So what we updated on the new dashboard is about from second 15 minutes candle. So we are not focusing for the stock in the first 15 minutes candle. It is started with second 15 minutes, third and fourth and fifth. So up to 9:30 to 9:45, 9:45 to 10 o'clock, 10 to 10:15, and 10:15 to 10:30. So even if you want, you can create and you can increase the time. Okay, but first 4, 5, 15 minutes, second except the first 15 minutes, we are focusing for an opportunity. If any stock which came into the scanner, so we can look for. And one more important thing, this we whether it is making a target or making a stop loss, this particular indicator never repaint. So there is a two stocks which is Bajaj Auto and LIC Housing Finance yesterday, because market also looks good. And how we created. So here you can see in this LIC Housing Finance, what's happening here. Here 10 period ADR is the high. In Bajaj Auto, here also 10 period. So, but we are comparing Bajaj Auto and LIC Housing Finance, both are 10 period. Here the second candle where it is closed about to the ADR level. So, we are calculating the ADR level is 8841.95, that is a 10 period, and the lowest one is around 8822.79. So, from this, which one is higher? The 10 is higher. So, we need to take the closing for 8844.6. So, ADR highest value is 8841.95, which is closed about to the level. And after closing that, I'm not going to immediately take entry. This I to break. So that is what on a breakout, and I can keep the candle low as a stop loss. So that open and close of this candle is nearby 1% or less than 1%. That is what the conditions are scanner which you have created. So here you can see previous candle we are taking a big risk here, just 0.8%, and we can look for a target of 0.8%. That was moving good, almost 2%. I'm not worried about it. So 1:1 also be a good in this case, or if you're trialing your stop loss, that may be a better. And LIC Housing Finance is the second one, which is happening on the first candle. In this case, there is a second candle only it forms, and if you are looking at 0.9080%, here the high of this particular candle is not broken. So someone who take an entry, there is a mistake or there is a miss entry which you are trying. So whenever it closed, we have to high of that particular candle to break. Then only I will getting the confirmation of the trend. Okay, even if it is closed, that doesn't meaning to give you a big breakout. Here in this case, here it is not closed above any of this high, but the fourth candle only we find out this, and we can go for a high to break by and keep the low below the stop loss, and it was giving you such a good move. But in this case, we don't have an opportunity, or the stock is not given you entry. So that means we are not focusing on entry on that particular candle. You should remember that. Okay, that is what a very, very important points if you are following with this in ADR indicator. Okay. And the second 15 minutes, that means third 15 minutes, Cipla which came. And let me check what is happening on Cipla. Here is the candle, third candle. What is happening here? First, second, third. Here you can look at this. This is the third candle where it is closed above the ADR. The higher is 1472. Here 1479. Sorry, 1471.90. The high of this particular candle is not broken. So when the candle high is broken at this candle only. So here is an trigger point. But the entry of this particular candle, which is valid at this point of 11:30 only. In this case, what we can plan is a lot of candles in between. So we may be focusing some other time frames. So here, this is an entry point. Maybe after that, the stop loss is not broken. It gives you movement. But in the meanwhile, we have a 3 15 minutes times. We may be getting a newer opportunities also. We may be taken or may not be. So that depends. Okay, so here on the fourth 15 minutes, Lara, the BPCL, Bharat, Forge are those stocks which is happening on this particular thing BPCL here. This is what a failure trade. Okay, so hope you agreed. So this is a failure trade. It's less than 1%. So even this trade fails, that's still available in this list. That is what we said, non-repaint scanners. So some of the scanners based on these conditions, after your stop loss got triggered, that particular stock would be not available on those particular backtest report. But here, whether it is giving you the stop loss or target, both would be available here. Maybe we are losing a 4.5 rupees if you are planning with the BPCL in this particular thing. So maybe your stop loss got triggered immediately on the trigger candle, as well as the same candle your stop loss got triggered. Okay. So the low of that candle, I'm just keeping my stop loss. And then the same time frame, Lara slab and Bharat Forge. So let me go for a Bharat Forge and Lara slab. So let me go for a Bharat Forge. Here, fourth candle, the high is very big and low is almost the same, but high where it is given you the breakout one, 12 o'clock only. After 12 o'clock, that was an ending with the higher level. And Lara slab, this is the one more thing. Rosla, that is what on a good move. So after the closing about to the level, same like that. So our next 15 minutes ICICI Bank is the only one stock. So instead of making a many number of stocks, we are filtering out. So on ICICI Bank, this is the candle, and that is what a fifth candle. But the high of this candle is not broken. But here it is given in the breakout. So we are focusing this in particular scanner as an intraday only. So we are not going to take a new trade opportunity nearby 3 o'clock. So that is not an advisable. So this is a ignorable trade. And some stocks like a few Eicher Motor and India Mart in a downside. Eicher Motor and India Mart in a downside. In this case, this is also be a stop loss kind of thing. So second candle which closed below, if I'm going to take the trade, and here maybe some news or something which is happening immediately, it triggers the low side as well as high side. Okay, maybe this was the stop loss trade. And one more thing, this levels act as a good support and resistance levels. So here it is showing you some good pullback level after making the low. So there is a pattern which is forming in a 15 minutes time frame, and it is closed above. And if anything which is happening like that and the low after making a low, and if it is recovered back, so we can keep that also your entry point and keep the low as a stop loss, and we can keep a higher level as a target. Maybe it is a stop loss kind of trade in downside. And overall market also we should look at in India Mart. India Mart, what is happening yesterday? So India Mart, sorry, big candle, third candle, and the low of the third candle is broken and the stop loss got triggered out. That's it, simple. And this candle itself, it has triggered our stop loss. It not moved at. And previous trades also you can just look at that. Those who are having my scanners and screeners group, so you will be easily identifying the dashboards and scanners regarding to this ADR indicator. It's a new one which we have created recently, and that was working good. In the last 4 months we are back testing, and even some of the real trade also we are planning with this, and it is working well. So this is what a simple indicator that was filtering out some stocks. Instead of focusing 10-20 stocks, it will filter out to very few number of stocks. Maybe second 15 minutes, third 15 minutes, one or two trades if you are making a profit, and then you can leave it for the day. So something like that which you can plan and which you can use it in this particular scanners and screeners, that will work for you in better. So this scanner, someone was asking a share to the scanner, but I'm not sharing you any individual scanners, and these are all the mainly a custom scanners. Okay, customized scanners, it will not defaultly available. So I'll tell you how. So here I'm just going to create a scanner. Okay, so maybe create a new scan. So some of the indicator which you have created in a customized way, so you can't easily find out here. So for example ADR, so here see, this is what an ADR indicator which I have created a lot of things. So regarding ADR, so if while using this customized indicator only, we are filtering out the stocks based on the scanner. So if I'm just logging out this, after logged out we can't able to get it uh, that particular scanner. So that even if you are going for charting scanners, I will tell you. That will be not defaultly available charting. So if I'm going to create, it's a free scan which is helping you to. So here I'm just going for an area. You can't able to find out area. So those are what a normal thing. So which we created. Okay. So that would be available on my premium channel only. So there you can access all my premium scanner, which I have already made one video regarding this premium scanner. So if you're really interested to take this scanners, you will be finding a lot of swing scanners, breakout, intraday, ADR. So a lot of scanners available. So if you're really interested, you can take out and you can make use of it. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Kindly subscribe. And if you have any questions or a doubt, just comment on the comment box below. You try this and give your feedback. Those who are already using. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.